This is C-H-O-N-A Mara instead of C-O-N-N-A Mara. So anybody in? Diamond Visitor Center.
None of them are stopping. I'm trying to find some.
The trail that we're on is the Diamond Hill Trail. So it's unusual today. Unusual that we've had. It's like warm as Texas here in the springtime. Not quite, but so this is the beginning of, what's the name of the trail?
Diamond Hill Trail.
This is the Diamond Hill Trail. It's about 2.5 hour round trip. It's a loop, which is nice. And we'll take a nice picnic. Take a nice little picnic. Yeah, see. About 10 minutes, 12 minutes into the hike. And this is like Big Bend, Texas, without the cactus. However, and I do say a big however, you see that kind of benign looking plant with the yellow flowers? It's got these little thorns on it, and they're nasty. They're super microscopic almost, and they will embed themselves in your skin. You can't get them out, and it puffs up. And poor Melissa's skin, it like puffed up for about like 2 weeks. We've sort of hit our first, which is about 25 minutes or so into the walk, 22 minutes. It gives you a lovely overview of the entire valley. I think way down there where you can see a little bit of water. That's where I took the drone up, and so I've got that aerial perspective. And there, look, you can see the sea over here. That's cool. I'm assuming that's the sea. Now it's an awful big water, but this area is lovely dotted, sprinkled with water, little ponds everywhere. That's where we're headed, up there. We've been into this maybe 30 minutes, and I'm going to tell you this ain't exactly spectacular. Okay, it's nice because it's a well worked out trail, of course, but it's not like, ooh, look how spectacular this is, you know. Literally the drive coming into the park is more stunning because you've got the ocean. This just looks like lots of rock, big old, but again, it is a good reason to get out of the car and put some miles on with your feet. Upper Diamond, we're going up to the top.
So we must be, I'm assuming, oh, we're here. So we're going to go up a little way and then we're going to turn and go like that. So we've come from here.
That looks like that mountain,
yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we'll get a lovely view from at the top.
We'll be able to see the 12 bends. Oh, you're going to be able to see
Oh
some
yeah,
lakes and
boy,
stuff.
I think that's,
Let's look at the guidebook.
I mean, you inclined to do a picnic?
Yeah. This is a pretty spot.
Soon paint. I look at that, take my time with that. I mean, the rest of this almost looks a little bit like Colorado.
You could do a painting of this.
I know, I'm going to.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I'll do a quick one. This is kind of at the start of the Upper Diamond. So you get to this point, you go left because they've got kind of traffic control, which is probably good because there's quite a few people coming down the other side. But that's what awaits you. And I think it's just a big old rock you're going to walk up to and get a lovely view. It's exposed today. I swear to have like a heat wave. It's probably not more than 78, maybe 79, maybe it's 81. But I think because you're kind of huffing it, it feels a lot warmer you didn't expect. So bottom line, bring plenty of water, minimum 1 liter. And if you got 2 people, have 3 between the 2 of you. funny this side is more interesting. Getting higher, it's a huff and a puff. Almost every step is a rise. So you feel it. Air's a little bit cooler. Picking up a little bit of wind. Maybe because the mountain isn't blocking it. Which I think is probably going to be contrary to your typical experience, which is it's cool up here. So we got a heat wave. So it's hotter. Oh, that sucks. You get up to this plateau, you don't see, it just looks like a big rim. And then you look up and you see people way, I don't know if you can catch them, right about there. Someplace in that area. That's where we gotta go. It's cool. It's a huff. Ooh, look at that. Way out there. I thought we were done when we got up at this spot. I said, oh, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, this has got a lot of inlets.
How did we do this for like 8 hours?
Yeah, those folks are right up there. That's how far we gotta go. All of a sudden, this is not looking like such a good idea, but we don't have a choice. We've hiked Mount Olympus, so I think this is a piece of cake, but it's one of those things. Step by step, if you look at it as a whole, it's intimidating. If you take it one step at a time, you're at the top and you're thinking that wasn't so bad. It was one step at a time. Oh boy, now you can see the other side. Now that's cool. Man, I think it's gonna be absolutely gorgeous up at the top. Leather Frack Company, Galway. That's Melissa. She's beginning to feel the burn. And you should too. Okay, that looks like a castle over here by the water's edge. I think we try to stay in there. I think that's why we go back home. But this area is just dotted with all these tiny little lakes, and then it opens up into this beautiful ocean bay. Yeah, it's really quite spectacular, this area. Quite pretty. Interesting that it's so arid, drier. Well, it wasn't that long ago I pointed those people out, and you know, it's interesting, it just wasn't that hard. It wasn't that easy, but it wasn't like, oh my god, how are we going to do it? And you do it one step at a time. I would say it was moderate. I would describe that as being moderate. Our last hike was Mount Olympus. That was not moderate. That was hard. Actually, it wasn't like terrible hard, because a lot of it was like this easy going trail. It just was long, 8-9 hours up to the top. You spend the night, then you come back. So it's less about how difficult it was to climb it, more about just the sheer length of time. See, and I'm going to guess that's a freshwater lake. And so we are near the town of Clifford, which is a college town. Looks like a nice chilled, a little bit like Killarney, but maybe not as dolled up for tourism. Well, you know what? We're close to a top. Man, there you go. I think right down there, that's where we started. Yeah, you get a little bit of reprieve up at the semi-top. We're not quite at the top, and so it sort of skirts the edge of this mountain, I think is what it does. It goes up much more gradually. So if you made it to here, you're in good shape. You could put the rest behind and you're going to crest this hill and you're going to be on the downward. And you'll have a much happier face when you go down. Still haven't made it up to the top. Close. They're at the top, I'm sure. That's where everybody takes their Starbucks. We'll have a piece of chocolate when we get up there. It's a long ways down. And this is where envy of being a bird would come in. If I could just be a bird, I could just spread out my wings. There. What's the story there? There's 12 peaks. So I think those, you see those two peaks on the right hand side, the barren kind of nice rounded little humps, little breasts looking like, those are part of the 12 bends. We don't know what bend they're for, but maybe you've been there before, or I've been there before, and I've been there 12 times. So I want to go where that little castle place is, right by the lake. That's pretty idyllic. Yep, that's going to be the peak. There's a slight, just a little bit of a chip on the breeze. Much stronger, I think the hill blocked the breeze because of the direction, so you don't feel the breeze coming up, which is really when you needed it. But now that you're up here, you got a nice little breeze. Almost like the mountain to say, glad that you made it. Welcome. Okay, we had a nice little chocolate bar. Hung out here for about 30 minutes. And now we try to start the trail back. This would be a wonderful place to build a ski resort. It says about an hour. Look at that, way off in the distance. You can almost see the curvature of the earth. So going down so far, it's like this really nice, easy, step by step, much more gradual descent. I'm sure we'll hit some areas that are not quite as lovely, but anyway, if you make it up to the top, have your little picnic, and the trail down is much more agreeable thus far. Yeah, this is much more gradual. It's quite well worked out. The steps are easier. Also because it's probably psychological, you made it up to the top, you know you're on your way down, every step you're getting closer to your car. You also got the hit of being at the peak, and then you know mentally that, oh okay, now I'm headed downward, so it's going to be easier going downhill than up. Perfect place for a ski resort. This is a much quicker to get down look. Well, you can still see people way up there at the top, but we've made some pretty good progress coming down. I'd say we still have like an hour, probably a little bit less maybe, because it's going quick. But it's a very nice, easy walk back. Pretty. On this side of the mountain, I think it's because the mountain is there. We're not getting nearly the type of wind. So it's not as if there's not wind. The mountain just blocks it on this side because of the direction. It's like we've made it almost down to the base, which didn't take but what, maybe 15, 18 minutes. we're not quite where the trail comes together, upper diamond and lower diamond trail. But you can see that this is pretty mild. So yes, going up, you're going to a bit of huff and a puff. Coming down, it's just like a nice little walk. So overall, I would say this trail is very reasonable to do for your average hiker. If you're not road trained and doing this sort of thing, you could easily do this. You have to have a certain degree of physicality, certainly, to go up, but coming back down, pretty comfortable. So this would be good for most people with average physical capabilities. Okay, I think we've made it down to the valley floor here, or one level of a valley floor. This is just a rocky path, pebbly path. On this side of the mountain, there's absolutely no wind. I mean, just mild. And it's toasty today. Nobody told us that Ireland, you're going to need short sleeves. We dressed to be layered, not to be sun-baked in Texas style, full sun. It's like not a cloud in the sky. I bet you didn't expect that on your Irish trip, did you? So yeah, this is a easy peasy trail. I mean, it's just impossible to think that you made it up there and now you're like all the way down here. I mean, it was really very, very easy walk off of the mountaintop to get to this point. So if you're watching this video and you're suffering a little bit going up, don't worry. After, take your little picnic, take a little break, a little chocolate bar, rehydrate, and you'll have a nice rewarding walk back. And so far, most of it has been this well laid out. Even here, look at this, they even give us a boardwalk. Also because you're going downhill with gravity, so you're not lifting up every foot your weight of your body. All right, this is on the return trip. I would say we're very close to where the two trails, the lower diamond and the upper diamond, come together. The lower diamond, you stay in the lower level. Upper diamond mountain trail, you go up. Certainly anybody could do the lower diamond, and it's fairly gradual. But we still you can see the path way down there. We still got time to go. Yeah, we're not home yet, kids. But what a beautiful little inlet. We've got the falling sun. What time is it, Chief? You know, it doesn't get dark until about almost like 10:30 now. Well, and there we made it back. We made it up upper diamond. I think we should take the lower diamond back. So, oh yes. Yeah, so I would say that took about 20, maybe 25 minutes to get from the top back to this junction. And so we're here, we're going to come back down and we're going to go this way back to the car park. So we're walking a different way. So the rest of this is pretty much like this. It's like a footpath. You're not going to be going up so much rocks. Just watch out for these drain ditches. The lower diamond. I think this is sort of a boggy area, and it's interesting because you step on that, you think there'd be rock all over it, but it's not. It's like this spongy material, and thick spongy. It's kind of like that over there. Anyway, this is a nice little walkway they made for us. So this is definitely set up for, if you can walk, you can probably do this trail. Like we're here, we finished this lower diamond, and we're probably going to go, which way? This way? Back to the visitor center. Oh, a little baby guy too. Well, this is the portion getting back. Got a nice little fence, a little rock wall, beautiful little rock wall. We're probably still about 15 minutes out, maybe 10-15 minutes out. So, but they clearly made this thing accessible for anybody, which is nice. You don't, by the way, there's no, you don't have to pay to get into this park, which I found is quite unusual. And look at that rock wall. Look at that rock wall, all along that. That's a lot of rock. Here, I think we're back home. Apparently there's another road that goes down, probably down to the, closer to the water's edge. So that's our hike. We can't see the mountain from this position, but we made it back to the car park. Looks like it opens up. I don't know what this place is, but it's got a playground.
I think this is like the visitor center where they do like...
I wonder if this is like a little educational center. It's part of the visitor center. They probably do maybe training for kids. It's a pretty nice little chill little area. Curious if they got accommodations in this place. Maybe it's a school, opening hours. Oh, it's a lovely, look at this. Pretty little. If there's any money down there, I would probably jump down there and get it, but there isn't. Oh, Melissa, look. You see the little baby ducks? She's only got 3. Oh, what happened to the rest of her little guys? Oh, they got their own little private. Cute. Just peaceful little guys. Very fun, their own little pond. Oh, 4. Look at that little motorboats. Keeping up with Mom. She waited for them a little bit. Audiovisual theater. Well, they got something here. They got some type of training. It's an OPW thing too. Office of Public Works, Visitor Center. Oh, good thing. Connemara Beekeepers Association. We love bees. We find that they're quite important. Huh, this is cute. Very cute. Little pond. That's our mountain. That's our mountain way up there. We made it all the way up there. So now we're down here. Well, at the end of the day, it kind of clears out down here. You find plenty of parking. You could still come. It's probably like about 7:30, 7:45, maybe 8ish. You can still make it here, get up to the top and come back.